Hi everyone, I'm Silvia Ospina. I am a designer and multidisciplinary artist. And in this tutorial, I'm gonna guide you through the step-by-step process of creating a cohesive pattern collection. I will give you a sneak peek to one of my favorite mockups, and towards the end of this video, I'll be showing a slide with a 50% discount code for purchasing the Ultimate Pattern Bundle, a pack of resources that has been a complete game changer for me, and I believe it can be for you too. I know that creating patterns is only half of the journey of becoming a surface pattern designer. The other half of the work is actually, what are you going to do with those patterns? Are you going to use them for fabric? Are you going to sell them to clients? Are you going to try to license them? And that, my friends, requires planning, the right tools, a lot of courage, and time. Okay, but why collections? One of the most effective ways to showcase your patterns is by presenting them in cohesive collections. Collections can tell a story, highlight your unique style or styles, and make it easier for clients or customers to fall in love with your patterns and see the potential of your work. Collections can be scaled for multiple uses like fabrics, stationery, and home decor. It's easier to pitch your work to clients when you present them as polished collections. When you organize a pattern collection in a portfolio template and use mockups to visualize how they would look on a printed product and how would they work on the side of other patterns, you get excited. And most importantly, you build the confidence to get others, these could be clients, friends, or customers, excited in your patterns too. One thing before I move on. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more creative content like this. And if you want to support me in creating more content like this, get access to live drawing sessions, behind the scenes of how I license these patterns, and a printed physical postcard every month, consider joining me on Patreon. So right now, I'm in the process of creating 4 pattern collections to license to clients. And it's been such a rewarding process. Now, as I was creating my own collections, I realized presenting them effectively and beautifully was just as important as designing the collection. So I began making a pack of resources to showcase my pattern collections. I did 12 mockups to visualize my patterns in different finished products. I did a Canva portfolio presentation template to streamline the process of organizing the collections professionally, and I even wrote an email template to contact new clients to license my collections. All these resources have been such a game changer for me. Knowing that many of you might be going through a similar process, I put them all together in a kit called the Ultimate Pattern Bundle, available for Procreate and Photoshop. It's been a game changer for me, and I believe that it can be a game changer for you too. Stay until the end of the video for a sneak peek at one of my favorite mockups and an exclusive discount code for the bundle. I will also leave a link on the description of this video where you can download this cute notebook mockup to test your patterns. Now let's talk about the steps for designing a cohesive collection. A pattern collection isn't just a group of random designs. It's a family of patterns that work beautifully together, and usually they are tied by a theme, color palette, or style. Okay, but how do you start a pattern collection? Every great collection starts with a spark of inspiration. Before jumping into Procreate, Photoshop, or Illustrator, I always spend some time gathering inspiration. For me, it could be nature walks, photos from my travels, or even something as simple as a color palette I love. Now, it is also important to pay attention to trends if you want to try to license or sell your designs. And for that, you have to just keep your eyes open. Sometimes you go to shops or go to Pinterest or just browse on social media, and if you pay attention, you might start noticing that there are certain subjects that are repeated across different brands, products, people dressing in the street, and stuff like that. Then you can build a mood board with cohesive themes. You can use Pinterest, Canva, any design program, magazines, or even physical swatches to capture your ideas. Think of the overall vibe you want your collection to have. Playful, elegant, minimal, bold, tribal, botanical. So many things can inspire a collection. Limit your theme to keep things cohesive. For example, this tropical collection was inspired on a trip I did to Colombia earlier this year, and it's full of animals, tropical plants, textures I found in the jungle, and stuff like that. And this one is inspired on Menorca and the Mediterranean Sea, so it has stuff I found in the beach like seashells, fishes, and the overall look of the collection is what I feel when I am in that beautiful island called Menorca. Designing a cohesive collection. When designing a collection, I always focus on 3 key types of patterns. The hero patterns. These are the stars of your collection. They're bold, detailed, and draw the most attention. Think big florals, intricate motifs, or detailed scenes. Then we have the secondary patterns. These usually complement the hero pattern. They're simpler, but still visually very interesting. Think of stripes, polka dots, smaller versions of your hero motifs. In the case of my Menorca collection, they are textured, more abstract patterns. Then we have the blender patterns. These tie everything together. They're minimal and often use a single color or simple texture, and they are perfect for filling gaps or balancing busy designs. How many patterns should a collection have? Typically, a collection includes 4 to 8 patterns, 1 or 2 hero patterns, 2 or 3 secondary patterns, and 2 to 4 blenders, matching and combining patterns. The magic of a collection lies in how the patterns complement each other. Tip 1. Play with scales. Mix large, bold motifs with smaller, more intricate designs to create a visual balance. Tip 2. Repeat key elements across patterns to tie them together. For example, if your hero pattern features tropical leaves or a striking element like this heron bird, incorporate those same elements into a secondary pattern. Just rearrange, simplify, or scale them differently to create variety. Tip 3. Start with 3 to 5 core colors and expand with lighter or darker shades for variety. I love using the adjustment tools in Procreate to modify my colors, find new color palettes, and get out of what I called my color comfort zone. These tools always surprise me with amazing new color combinations. Presenting is everything. It's how you bring your patterns to life. One of my favorite ways to showcase collections is by using mockups. Seeing your designs on real-life products like cushions, tote bags, or wallpapers makes all the difference. It's inspiring and it makes your work look professional. Now, having a well-presented portfolio is also essential for showcasing your patterns and collections professionally. A great portfolio introduces you as a designer, displays your collections in an organized way, and brings your patterns to life by visualizing them on different product sets using mockups. It should also include your contact details so that clients can connect with you easily if they want. That's where my ultimate pattern bundle comes in. I have designed these resources whilst creating my collections, and I initially wasn't thinking about selling them, but they have been such a game changer that I decided to put them out there for purchase. It's packed with 12 beautifully styled mockups to help you see your patterns on real-life products. The bundle also includes a Canva portfolio presentation template designed with all the essential sections that I think every portfolio should have. Canva's interface is super easy to use. You can customize your presentation without any effort for different clients and markets by dragging and dropping different patterns onto each page. On top of that, the bundle includes 20 pattern templates to learn composition skills and give you a hand if you're struggling to get them well composed, and an email template to pitch your collections to clients once you have them ready. Okay, now let me give you a sneak peek at one of my favorite mockups. And remember that towards the end of this video, I'll be showing a slide with a 15% of discount code for purchasing the bundle. Don't miss it. I will also leave a link on the description of this video where you can download this cute notebook mockup to test your patterns. When you download the pattern bundle, you will find these 3 folders, one with the pattern templates, the other one will contain the presentation and email, and lastly, the Procreate mockups. I'm going to open this file because it's a little bit more complex and you can add 3 patterns, one on each product. So this is a preview and I need to import the one that says Procreate. You can do this tapping on import and selecting the file in here, or you can also drag the file to Procreate to import it. I'm going to slide the finger to the left to close this and tap on the new file. Now, if I go to the layer panel, you can see that this file has many layers and groups. I've designed these mockups so that each group contains an object, and you should take the time to go through each object and understand the way I've organized the layers. Everything has a name and it's very easy to navigate. Let's start from the bottom. If you tap on wall, you will see color your wall, so you can either select a new color and drag the active color to your wall, or use the adjustment tools, which sometimes I find easier because I can see the changes live and this helps me take better decisions. If I tap on table and wall, I have decided to leave you 2 surfaces for the bottom, so you can choose the one that you like the most. And then I'm going to start on the plant spot, this one. When you open the folder, you will see a layer which is empty and says add your pattern. So I'm going to open the folder which contains my patterns, and I'm going to open this pattern which I created on my previous class, where I teach a similar method to create patterns, drawing the doodles straight in the pattern tile instead of using reusable illustrations. You can add a different color to the background of the pot if you want, and after testing a few, I'm going to leave mine white. Now I'm going to open the tote bag folder. There's this layer here saying add pattern, so I'm going to select it and split my screen into 2 parts. And I'm going to import the pattern that I did in this class. I'm going to commit to the changes by tapping on the arrow icon, and then import the one which is at a smaller scale so I can test both. I'm going to close the photo gallery. And you can see that in here you have 2 shadows. One is a little bit stronger than the other one. The difference is quite subtle, but you can start activating and deactivating these layers to see what you prefer. If your pattern tile has a transparent background, you'll be able to test the background color right in here. Okay, I think I'm very happy with this blue. The handles of this bag are also on separate layers, so you can change their color. And lastly, with this makeup bag, you'll just have to repeat the same process. You can test as many patterns as you like in these products and start also checking which of your patterns combine well together and could be presented as part of the same collection. Now, one recommendation I have is that if your pattern is looking a little bit dull or needs more contrast, you can fix this by duplicating the pattern tile, place the copy on top of the object, create the clipping mask so that it only appears within the product, and play with the opacity and blending mode. Some of these blending modes will help your pattern get the contrast and bright colors back. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I hope you find these tips and tricks helpful, and I hope that you're feeling super inspired to start creating your pattern collections. If you want to learn how to create patterns in Procreate, I will leave a link to one of my Skillshare classes called Patterns in Procreate, Supercharge Your Workflow with an Image Library. You will not only learn a super easy and straightforward method to creating patterns in Procreate, but how to make them from reusable illustrations. Let me know in the comments what theme would you use to create your pattern collection, as I'd love to hear your ideas. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more creative content like this. And if you want to support me in creating more content like this, get access to live drawing sessions, behind the scenes of how I license these patterns, and a printed physical postcard every month, consider joining me on Patreon. See you next time!